Have you ever been drowning in a lot of deadlines, but instead you do your work, you tend to do another thing that unrelated and less important, such as scrolling on social media or maybe cleaning your whole room even though it's not that dirty? It looks random, but it's actually your brain trying to survive the moment when you feel stressed. And that reaction is what we call as coping mechanisms. But is it a healthy way of coping? To answer that questions, I'm Rona Elizabeth Tabunan, and here I will share to you guys more further about coping mechanisms. So, everyone, as human, we can avoid stress, whether a lot of assignments, overlapping projects, high expectations from family, small conflicts with your friends that make you feel drained. All of this is a part of our life. And it could make our brain feel threatened and we uncomfortable dealing with all these distractions. So that we need to know how our mind and body responds to it and how coping mechanisms work to prevent us from more serious conditions in the future. So in here, I would like to share to you guys about the types of coping mechanisms and how to managing stress effectively with this. So basically, coping mechanisms is divided into two types. The first one is problem focused coping and the second one is emotional focused coping. So the first one, problem focused coping, as it names, it's a stress management where we try immediately to deal directly with the problem, with the root of our problem and solve it. It is as simple as if we have a problem with our friends, then yeah, we talk to them directly, communicate it, or maybe if we feel afraid because of upcoming examination, then we study to prepare that. And if we feel like our learning method by summarizing isn't effective, we try to find another learning method. So basically, we try to solve the problem. It is really good when we have power or control over our problem, but in our real life, not all our problem can be under our control. So when that things happens, the only things that we can do is that we control our response to it. So that is why the second types of coping mechanism is emotional focus coping, because emotional focus coping is a stress management when you reduce emotional response or negative feelings that arise because you are stressed. So the point is to calm your emotions first. For example, if you are feeling afraid because you have a lot of assignments or you feel sad because you losing someone you love, you try to reduce those emotional feelings by maybe crying, sleeping, or maybe eating your comfort food, maybe the spiciest food or the sweetest food, and etc. And this is very good because we try to control our emotions first. It's very good in the problem that we can control. But not all emotional coping strategies are healthy. Some are unhealthy, such as drinking too much alcohol, self-harm, oversleeping, and one of them is procrastination. As the previous I've mentioned about the conditions when we try to do another things instead of our work. That is procrastination. Back to procrastination, Dr. Timothy Cycle, a well-known psychologist, have explained that procrastination is our brain strategy to regulate our mood when we deal with negative feelings. So that is why when we feel like we are afraid or stressed, we tend to do another things. That is a type of procrastinations. And then, but actually procrastination isn't good because if you continues to do it, our problem isn't clear, and then it's made us feel more stressed because of we can't solve the problem that we had. And then because our brain is naturally designed to avoid pain and to find comfort. So yeah, that is why procrastinations happen. So how can we deal with this? How can we cope with the right strategies? So I can recommend you to uh, divide your task into the smaller and easier part because our brains really like the easier and instantly rewarding. So, for example, if you have assignment, then you can try to only um, writing for 2 minutes first, or maybe if you have to deal with an essay, you can try to, oh, okay, I will write just for 10 sentences first, like that. Once your brains get to use with this small task, then it will help you to do another task as well. And then if you not sure of what are you going to do right now, you can choose your healthy coping plan. For example, for me, I would do for breathing, for inhale, for a second inhale, for a second hold, and 4 second exhales to release my emotions first before doing the smaller task. And this is my like cheat sheet when I don't know how to deal with my stress, so that I don't tend to do another things like procrastinations. And another thing that you can do is exercising, doing your hobby, and maybe going to the park or beach because, fun fact, nature scientifically could release your stress hormone. And then, so yeah, that's about coping mechanism and its types. We have discussed about 2 types of coping mechanisms, and I hope you can gain new insights from that because coping well doesn't mean you clear your problem, but it's the healthier way to make your mental more stable to face another life. So yeah, that's all from me. Thank you for your attention and see you next time.